Start the stream.
Alyssa Johnson with her parents, Travis and Michelle Johnson.
To bring you an iTalk Sports exclusive.
This is high school football on iTalk 106.7 and Sholo TV channel 56. Presented by Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Sholo. Hatch Motor Company, simply the best in service and sales. Produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with Sholo TV and iTalk 106.7 Radio.
Time slips a tackle at the 35.
It's Miles. Going to try to get the outside. Makes a move there.
Looking left side. Falls wide open. Caught at the 5. Touchdown.
High school football is also brought to you in part by Black Diamond Auto Glass, Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Resort Casino, Horn Auto Center, and Beeler Orthodontics. And now, Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Sholo presents high school football.
Presented by Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Sholo on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Well, a wonderful and crisp and cold evening to you here from St. John's High School. Camden Smith, Mike side with punt. Cooley as the St. John's Redskins get set to do battle tonight against the visiting Round Valley Elks. This crosstown rivalry's got a lot of drama to it. These two teams have spent a little time in recent years with some jabs back and forth. Last year was not a pretty game in terms of sportsmanship between these two teams, punt. And largely because of the emotion that goes into this game. This rivalry is a long time building, and it's one that's a bitterly fought rivalry every single year.
Well, absolutely. You know, you talk about the big rivalries up here on the mountain, and, you know, that extends, of course, over to Snowflake, with Sholo, Blue Ridge, Sholo. And this Round Valley St. John's contest every year in football is certainly, at least big time in the minds of the folks that live in these communities, certainly equal to those bigger rivalries from the bigger towns that tend to get more of the attention, especially from the Valley media. But you cannot convince any of these folks that are living in St. John's and Round Valley or Springerville area that this contest tonight isn't just as big, if not bigger.
Well, it's going to be a good game tonight, we think, as all rivalry games are. Although we have the Round Valley Elks, who are heavily favored in this game, due largely to a bunch of injuries on the St. John's side of things. They've got 4 two-way starters that have injuries and will not play tonight.
And a fifth who's not a two-way starter but still a critical player for St. John's that will also not make tonight's game. So that's huge. You know, you talk about these smaller schools in particular that don't necessarily have a lot of guys on the roster and a lot of depth. To lose 4 key starters that go both ways, that's huge. And you know, it's next man up philosophy around here, and we'll see how the replacements do. But regardless, to lose key critical players like that with such a small squad to begin with has got to play a huge factor.
Some of those guys that you mentioned, number 3, Seth Nunez, with the knee injury, out 4 weeks ago against Ganado, injured his knee there. TJ Heap, a familiar name here at St. John's. He's got a knee injury, injured it 4 weeks ago in practice. Jonathan Holden out with a knee injury, injured that one at the Ganado game. And then Colton Kidwell broke his arm 2 weeks ago against Holbrook. And Levi Udall, one of their senior wide receivers, out with a broken collarbone against the Payson Longhorns. So, you know, this is a Division V team that likes to play Division IV teams, but the cost sometimes is you get a lot of injuries in those big battles.
Yeah, and you look at the stats of these guys that you just listed, they're certainly near the top and leading, and some of the bigger, physically bigger players as well. And when you're going up against a team like Round Valley that plays good, strong, aggressive football themselves, also fairly physically imposing, and considering the size of the schools, you know, that's a significant loss for the Redskins. It'll just be a matter of seeing how their replacements step up to the contest and to the challenge tonight.
Time now for our Ace Hardware Keys to the Game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware. Did you know that the Ace Hardware now has a 24/7 locksmith? Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key replaced day or night, any day of the week. Call Ace Hardware, your helpful place with 3 locations in Pine Top, Overguard, and Show Low. And as always, a lot of great players on both of these teams. We've narrowed it down to 2 key players for each team as we get started with the Round Valley Elks and take a look at a kid that really means a lot to the Elks this season.
And that would be their starting quarterback, number 3, Kyron Wolf, just a junior, but also one of the captains for the Elks tonight. He leads the team both in terms of rushing and passing. Of course, the starting quarterback's thrown for over 1,200 yards in the contest so far this season, 1,262 yards. Very efficient passing passer, completes 67% of his passes. And then on the running side of the offense, he's also over 1,000 yards rushing as well, 1,066 yards coming into tonight's game. That's an average of over 133 yards per game for Kyron Wolf. So clearly big-time player for these for the Round Valley Elks, and not too far behind him, Sullivan Utah, also a big contributor to the running game. This Elks offense averaging over 340 yards per game average, and on the ground combined with 163 yards average through the air. Sullivan Utah bringing in a total yards of running of 819 yards into tonight's game, again averaging over 102 yards per game if you average that out in the contest to date in this season.
As we take a look at the Round Valley Elks as they take the field, and the Round Valley Elks will make their way out. We, before that, had a chance to look at John Robertson of the St. John's Redskins as we continue our Ace Hardware key players of the game.
Well, he's just a sophomore, is Robertson, starting quarterback. He's good, has good length, 6-footer, 155 pounds, kind of a lanky frame, but he stands tall in the pocket. And, you know, St. John's not known for their passing game, averaging only 45 yards per game, but Robertson throwing for 300 yards so far in the season. And then another big contributor, big-time contributor to this Redskins offense, which does focus and rely heavily on the run, averaging well over 300 yards per game average, is number 26, Dylan James. He brings total rushing yards of 1,228 yards into tonight's contest. That's an average of 136 yards per game running.
Those are your Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced day or night, any night of the week, call the Ace Hardware, your helpful place with 3 locations in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low. Ace Hardware, great place to not only shop for your hardware, but also get your key replaced. And they also do chipped keys, the keys that have a chip in them. They'll do those for you, too, and it's the best place to do it. They'll save you a bunch on those. Ace Hardware in Pinetop, Overguard, and in Show Low. I want to say special thanks to Hatch Motor Company, who is our sponsor. And we'll go now to the coin toss. Greg Chavez, the head official tonight.
Brandon Dagley for the Round Valley Elks, number 14.
Okay, good luck.
Oscar Cortez, number 3.
If you want to help each other up, that's great.
Kyron Wolf,
If you don't,
66.
off the pile. Okay, no trash talking tonight, okay?
And Elijah Ballard at number 4. Sullivan Udall.
He's out there.
If you have any problems with any of the kids, I'm going to come to you guys, okay? We'll take care of the adults and coaches on the sidelines. You guys help us with your teammates if we have a problem, okay? I want you to call it early so Mr. Baker can hear you, okay?
Heads.
What did he call? Heads. What is it? Heads. Round Valley wins the toss. What do you want? Round Valley wants the ball. What goal would you get gentlemen like to defend? Okay, so put your backs to this side. Round Valley, back your backs over there. That's good, boys. That's good.
Was there something wrong with Chavez's mic?
Round Valley wins the toss, has elected to receive. All right. There's your coin toss, brought to you by Hatch Motor Company in Show Low and Snowflake. And we're about set for the kickoff here tonight. Remind you that Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low Simply the best in service and sales. Next time you're in the market for a car or truck, be sure to stop by Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low. We'll step away as we honor America in the singing of our national anthem. We'll be back to St. John's High School for the opening kickoff here in this great rivalry matchup right after this.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
There's no better time to visit Horn Auto Center. Check out the all-new Chevy Silverado. Voted 2014 North American Truck of the Year. Strong for all the roads ahead. Or find new roads with the all-new Corvette Stingray. Voted the 2014 North American Car of the Year. Visit Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Show Low across from Safeway and at hornauto.com. You're at home with Horn since 1991.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com. South
of Pine Top.
We welcome you back to St. John's High School, home of the Redskins, host tonight to the Round Valley Elks. And we welcome in a third member of our broadcast crew tonight, Quinn Ashton, who has taken off the official's jersey tonight to watch his son participate in this contest. And, Quinn, we're going to put you on the air here for a second and just talk to us a little bit about senior night, why you're here, and I guess they won't let you officiate a game that your son's playing in, right?
That's a pretty good thing they won't let me officiate. I'd probably cheat.
Yeah. Quinn, one thing about Quinn is he's always honest. That's you always get a straight answer from him. Quinn will be spotting for us tonight, and we appreciate that. He'll also keep stats in his head.
Yeah, good. At least someone can do that around here.
Set for the opening kick here. And Trent Wood set to kick it off. John's Redskins. This is the North College. Comes the time to kick off your college education. Choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. And a short kick is fielded and returned. That's Roethlisberger on the tackle.
Bryson Brown for the Round Valley Elks fielding that kickoff and able to move laterally, but given that strong effort by the St. John's Redskins, really limiting him to any game on that return.
The Elks are going to bring receivers here to the near side, single receiver to the far side. And we get a chance to see for the first time tonight the quarterback for the Elks, Kyron Wolf, in the gun with a single back, flanking him to his left, man in motion towards the formation. They're going to hand it off to Udall. Udall slips a tackle to the 30, 35, now to the 40, 45, and he'll be driven out of bounds by Trent Sherwood and Jacob Arona near the midfield stripe. They're going to be out at the 49-yard line.
Well, as you say, Camden, they set that back in motion and in the process effectively set up a trips on that left side. And field also by Braden Eisenlord, number 24 for the Elks. His blocking effort out on that corner, allowing them to knock off a big game first play.
Receiver set to the wide field right side. Ball spotted the near hash at the Elk 49. Set a man in motion, 2 men in motion. And we get a handoff on the right side to Sullivan Udall. And Udall is stepped up. Line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. And the tackle is made.
Overson and Nagel apparently, up front on that defensive front, doing a great job standing up the blocking right at scrimmage and effectively stuffing. We had a couple of guys in motion on that play for the Elks, but no flag.
Wide receiver comes here to the near side, and they set up a trips formation to the right side of the formation. Wolf in the gun. Hands it off on the option to Sullivan. Sullivan straight ahead and will be knocked down after a gain of 3 or 4. Jacob Arona and Sherwood combined on the tackle for the Redskins as the Elks get it into Redskin territory at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's just straight up the middle by Sullivan. Great line surge in between the guards by the Elks, enabling Sullivan to knock off a good 4 or 5 yards on that carry.
Clayton Merrill, the wide receiver, wide to the far side of the set along with one other. Single receiver to the near side. And Wolf in the gun again. Single back, flanking him to his right with the slot up in the right side. And Wolf going to run around the right end, trying to get to the edge, and he does. Penalty marker thrown back at midfield. Wagner will run him out of bounds after he crosses the 40-yard line. Let's go down and check in with our sideline reporter, Brandon Todd. Brandon.
Hey, thanks, Ken.
Holding offense.
Appreciate that, Kendall. I got a chance to speak with the St. John's Redskins head coach before the game, and his game plan on
10 from there, 10 yards from there. 56. Holding on the offense, 10 yards, replay the down.
His game plan on defense, Camden, is going to be to stop those 2 guys that you talked about in the Ace Hardware keys to the game. He said if we can stop those 2 guys and get the ball in our hands and control the line of scrimmage, we have a chance to win this game.
All right, thanks a lot, Brandon. As the holding penalty puts the Elks all the way back into their side of the field at their 40, where Wolf will drop to pass, sets up a middle screen. It is caught by Sullivan at the 45, 50, 45, to the 35, 30 up the numbers to the 20-yard line. And Wagner, along with
Levi
Ashton, is going to knock him down, but not before he picks up a Horn Auto Center first down inside 15 at the St. John's 14-yard line.
Well, that's good play calling by the Round Valley coaches there after that big penalty that really did knock them back onto their own side of the field. The Elks come in with that middle screen and execute it very well. Sullivan able to break off a big run after the catch and gain back a ton of yards and put them back in scoring position here.
Just under 10 to play in this opening quarter. Opening possession for the Elks, and they are in the red zone. From the St. John's 14, fresh set it down. Swing it right side. Caught, and Brown is going to make the reception and picks up a couple here. Wagner on the tackle.
And he gets tripped up by Wagner out on that edge, able to beat the outside linebacker out into the flat. Does Brown on that reception. Just a shoestring tackle to keep him from getting into the end zone.
Bryson Brown wide here to the near side. To the far side. Man in motion across the formation. Hand this one off to Sullivan at the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Round Valley. Sullivan Udall, the 5'7", 140-pound junior, puts the Elks on the board first with a black diamond auto glass touchdown.
We talked about Sullivan being one of the key players in this Round Valley club. You could see with that run right there how powerful, not a big kid, but he gets those legs moving. He's got good speed, a lot of momentum there.
Oscar Cortez for the point after try. He punches it through, and with 8:55 left to play in the first quarter, it's 7-0. Round Valley on top. We'll step away. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Welcome back to St. John's High School. Camden Smith, Mike Side with Bud Cooley on the field tonight. Brandon Todd set now for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it comes to your college education, be sure to choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. Reminder that you're listening to Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 KNKI Pinetop, a Kopenhagen communication station. Onside kick, and it is caught by the Elks.
Yeah.
And there was
one of the for the Redskins smartly calling for a fair catch, and he just gets pummeled by that kick team on that right side for the Round Valley Elks. So they do drop the penalty flag.
Wiltbank had the fair catch signal that time for St. John's, and that appears to be what the officials are conversing about. As we see a gaggle of zebras combined at the 43-yard line. And here comes Greg Chavez.
Catch interference on the kicking team.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Punt, you called it.
You know, a smart play. They pooch it up high, trying to beat the Redskins to the ball right up front, but just a real smart play by, I can't remember his name now, Wiltbank, thank you. You could see him arm up quick to start that fair catch motion, and he just got pummeled by that right side of the
kicking team. 5-yard penalty, first down, St. John's.
So it gives, net result is that it's going to leave St. John's in outstanding field position just inside, right at the 9 of the Round Valley Elks. So to start their first possession here of this football game tonight, you got a short field to work with, and we'll see what they can do with it.
Well, we get a look at Trent Sherwood, who's team in rushing for the Redskins. Take a look at the quarterback. John Robertson, 14 of 36, 299, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And the first play.
False start, offense, 5 yards, replay first down.
So I'm not sure who they're calling on that. Could have been the motion man just starting upfield a little too soon, but regardless, they'll set the Redskins 5 yards here, but they'll stay at first down. So it'll be first down now in their side of the field at the 46.
Levi Ashton split wide to the left side of the formation as they go 2 receivers to the left. Now they bring one of those receivers, Sherwood, here to the right side. They're going to pitch to James. James turns it upfield at the 40, 45, angled out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Tackle made by Rodney Emerald, or forced out of bounds by the senior Rodney Emerald.
2 late fags coming in right on the sideline after the tackle. You got to believe that might be late hits off on the side. That's a great effort, though, by James. You know, he didn't have a lot of room once he broke up field. Good pursuit by the Round Valley Elk defense, but still able to knock off a decent gain. We'll see what the flags are.
2 fouls on the play. We have holding on the have a dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense.
Going to sort that out. A reminder to stick around to our post-game comments where we'll announce our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports. Let's go downstairs and check in with Brandon Todd. Brandon?
Before the game, when I was speaking with Round Valley Elks head coach Bell, he didn't really give me much about game plan. He just said that they're going to come out and play physical. I doubt what he meant, though, was play physical after the whistle. I can't imagine to be too happy about that late hit call.
All right, thanks, Brandon. And we get the official call here from
holding offense Be a 10-yard penalty. Then we have a dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense. Replay first down.
All right, so
holding against the Redskins and a personal foul.
It'll be a net gain of 5 yards when it's all said and done.
Actually, more like 2.
Oh, that's right, because it was from a spot infraction, so it's from the spot.
Right.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Robertson in the gun. St. John's with a first down and 14. Looking to throw. It's up the screen. James with the reception. He's at the midfield right. He's going to go to the 25. He'll be catched from behind inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Number 24, Braden Eisenlord, coming over to make the tackle in some respects. But just a great play call there on that screen. Had a key block in the backfield, I think shedding looked like an outside linebacker of the Elks. And after that, just good speed, getting upfield quickly with some upfront blocking, knocked a big game for the Redskins.
They go with the same formation. Robertson in the gun. High snap, He handles it, but right in the lap of the rusher was a defender.
22, Cade Johnston, looked like he's blitzing from the inside linebacker position. Just able to get right in the gap and make contact. Actually, he's a defensive lineman, pardon me. I was looking at his size and his number. I thought maybe he'd be a lineman, but he shoots right through the gap and hits the back as soon as he's getting the exchange from the quarterback.
Bryson Brown had him right in his face as he got the handoff. James with the carry this time goes straight ahead and gets back to close to the original line of scrimmage, to the 18, call it the 19. Rhett Bingham on the stop for Round Valley.
That's another defensive lineman for the Elks making a tackle there. But, you got to credit Dylan James, not a lot to work with up front. The hole plugged up quickly, but he does a little quick foot dancing to find a little seam and able to knock off a decent gain.
Want to mention that last first down by St. John's brought to you by Horn Auto Center. As set a man in motion towards the formation, that is Wood. Robertson to throw, throws across the middle and is picked off. Eisenlord on the interception, makes the catch at the Valley 8-yard line. And that's the way you stop a drive.
Yeah, absolutely. And John Robertson, the quarterback, when he drops back, sees the receiver going over the middle, but what he did not see was Braden Eisenlord coming across the field from his corner position, who jumps right in front of that passing lane and picks.
That's only Robertson's 3rd interception on the season, but it comes at a critical point. Game with so much emotion, where momentum is so important. St. John's had a pretty good looking drive going here. They've given the ball up to the Elks and put the Elks offense back on the field. Udall on the carry, looking for the edge at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30. Will be knocked out of bounds by Brandon Nagley at the 34-yard line. A Horn Auto Center first down for the Elks.
That's just really impressive running by Sullivan Udall. He gets jammed up at the line of scrimmage. Some of the Redskins sliding down the line effectively, but he's just doing a great job of shedding those weak tackles, those arm tackles, and able to get out and break off another big game for Sullivan Udall tonight.
Wide receiver to the near side of the set is Donaldson, and they empty the backfield and send it trips right. 2 receivers to the left. Set a man in motion towards the formation. That's Cortez. They fake to him. Wolf going to keep around the right side. Gets a stiff arm and will be pushed to a gain of one by Wagner and Roethlisberger. And a great tackle there on the right side to hold Wolf to a single yard.
That's Wagner, I believe, coming up from either a safety or corner position. Number 34 doing a good job of just extending that play out to the sideline. Had he not been there, Wolf would be able to turn it up and knock off a much bigger gain. But good defensive response there by St. John's.
About 6.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Elks up 7-0. As they send a receiver right, to the left, and two backs in the backfield. Now they'll motion out Cortez here to the side. Hand it off straight ahead to Sullivan. Sullivan hit at the line of scrimmage, driven backwards as Dawson Avila on the stop for the Redskins. First one there.
Okay, Dawson Avila, great job inside, just filling gaps, coming up from a linebacker position and stuffing Sullivan right at the line of scrimmage and holding them to really no gain on that play.
Loss of 3 on the play. Oh, no, excuse me. It is maybe a half a yard gain on the play. 3rd down and 8. And they empty the backfield again. Sends a trip set right. 2 receivers to the left. Throws quick to the right side, and it is juggled and caught by Brown at the 40-yard line. Nagley on the stop along with Wagner, but it's 4th down.
I'm sorry, Camden. Gotta tell you, that catch by Brown, just amazing. He was in traffic and kind of tipping and juggling that pass as it got to him, and how he was able to pull it down with 2 guys hitting him. I'm not sure. Couldn't see it from up here, but just a great catch. But regardless, Round Valley will come up short here with down. They go into punting position.
Check the punter for you here. It's Cortez, I believe, to punt stands at his 3rd, call it 29-yard line. He's going to run it, though, to the 40. Has a first down, midfield, to the 40, to the 5. Big block, and he'll be knocked down at the 30-yard line. A Horn Auto Center first down for Round Valley. They go for it on 4th down on the fake punt, and they gamble and get it.
Well, Oscar Cortez, one of the captains for the Elks, you know, he comes in tonight being their 4th leading rusher. He's the punting up as the punter, waste no time on that fake, just going hard to the left and finding a lot of room outside and able to knock off a huge gain and put him back down on the St. John side of the field.
7-0 Round Valley with 4.5 left to play first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the near side of the set. Wolf gonna hand it off to Sullivan. Sullivan with room to the 20. He'll be knocked down inside the by Roethlisberger and Sherwood at the 17-yard line.
And again, this time they just go off that right side, right tackle, and finding a lot of room, as you say, Camden. Sullivan used big opening at the line of scrimmage and able to knock off another big gain.
Good for another Horn Auto Center first down, your home since 1991. Fresh set of downs. The near side. It's Donaldson along with Eisenlord, and we get a timeout call. And we'll take one with him. We'll step 4:05 left to play first. Valley up 7-0. This is but he's presented of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. Welcome back to St. John's High School, home of the Redskins, host tonight to the Round Valley Elks after the timeout. Round Valley with a fresh set of downs inside the red zone. Once again, they're up 7-0. Bryson Brown is Wolf to his right. Double receivers left, and they give to Brown. Brown, big hole up the middle. He's going to score it from 17 yards out.
Well, it's just a big hole at the line of scrimmage, number 1, and then when he breaks into that second level, absolutely no one there. maybe a corner sliding over or an outside linebacker able to slide over and just get a hand on him. But after that, just nothing but green in front. So just a great called play there. Lots of room for Bryson Brown to run right into the end zone.
Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdown for the Round Valley Elks, and Cortez tacks on the point after try to make it a 14-0 ball game in favor of the Elks here with 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. We'll step away. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is now open every Friday to Monday through Labor Day weekend. Bring the family for a full day of fun and activities, including scenic cliff rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, tube slide, airbag jump, and more. Book your reservation at the Sunrise Hotel with beautiful views of the lake and mountain, or rent a boat at the Sunrise Lake Marina. And make sure you visit our general store for all your camping and fishing needs. For more information, please call 928-735-7669 or visit our website at sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back. Round Valley Elks up 14-0 here in this rivalry matchup. And St. John's had a opening drive that looked promising, but they threw an interception to give Round Valley a second look at the ball. And on their second possession, they've scored their second touchdown. Cortez to kick. James to return back at the 10 to the 15. Has some room. 30, 35, 40. Midfield. Tries to cut it back inside. Cortez turns it back inside. And the pursuit catches up with him. Eisenlord in on the stop. And Holdo also in on the tackle for St. John's. They knock him down at the Elks 40-yard line.
Well, Dylan James finds opening on that right sideline and looked like he was going to break for a while, and ends up deciding to slow down and try to cut back inside. And when doing Round Valley defender is able to catch up to him, but not after just an outstanding kick return.
Big play by Cortez to turn that pursuit, turn him back in towards the pursuit. Hand off is straight ahead. Arona on the a couple. Bingham, first man to greet him for the Elks. He's knocked down at the 38.
Well, we talked about St. John's, kind of a run-dominated offense so far this year, and they're just staying between the tackles on that play and able to find a little bit of room, but tight holes up front on that offensive line tonight for the Redskins.
Levi Ashton wide to the left side of the set. They hand it off straight ahead to James. James, yards after contact, going to make some guys hang on and drag them. Johnston and Hanna on the stop for Round Valley. And it brings up a 3rd and short for the Redskins.
Great second effort by Dylan James after he runs into traffic, just keeping those feet moving, able to get another yard or two on that carry as a result.
Ramsey and Sherwood go wide to the left. We get movement in the backfield as it looked like Arona.
Offense, 5 yards, replay 3rd down.
Well, Arona, the fullback, does jump the count there, expecting a sooner snap in the cadence. He ends up getting caught there. They'll knock off 5 yards here.
Under 3 to play now. 28 seconds here in the first quarter. St. John's trailing 14-0. Double receivers left and right. Robertson in the gun, single back behind him. Play action, rolling right, in trouble. He's gonna go down. Sack is made by Sears, who came from the backside and got there in a hurry.
He's a defensive end, is Sears, coming, as you say, Camden, from that backside. John Robertson, feeling the pressure, tries to roll out to his right, but credit the speed of Sears, just able to catch up to him from behind to get the tackle.
Well, instead of a situation where they may have been in 4-down territory, now the ball back at the 49-yard line. Forced to punt here on 4th down. Round Valley looks like they're going to come after it, but they pull off and set up a return. Ball is loose as it bounces back into the hands of Emerald, and he's going to go up the far sideline. He could go. He'll be knocked out of bounds by Ramsey after he crosses midfield at the St. John's 43-yard line.
And we can see why they put back there to return kick. The Emerald, just great flash of speed going up that sideline. Had a chance, at least looking for a while there, like he might be able to break it, but the pursuit from St. John's able to push him out of bounds.
Under 2 to play now here in the first quarter. Elks up 14-0 with the football in Skins territory. Ball spotted. Johns flips as he gets some room. Second.
Game. That's good to get a more people falling down.
Brandon. On second down and 2. And quick throw. Brown slips a have a 2-yard line, called the 33. Roethlisberger on the stop for St. John's.
That's that same pass pattern we saw earlier where Brown was able to pull a pass down miraculously in tight coverage. That time, just a quick slant in, and Wolf hitting him in stride and able to, not, as you say, Camden, get enough yardage to make another first down here for the Elks and put him in St. John's end of the field.
Single receiver here to the near side of the set is Eisenlord. Twin set to the right side. Now they set a man in motion. And they hand to Sullivan, and Sullivan is going to be driven back by Avila and Arona after a loss on the play.
Great play by Jacob Arona, just getting penetration into the backfield of the Elks as they hand the ball off to Sullivan Udall. As soon as he gets the ball, Arona's right there to drag him down with the assist.
Final 30 seconds of this quarter. Clock winding down and running. Under 20 to play now, 20 seconds to play in the first. With the Elks up 14-0. Donaldson checks in for Eisenlord. The Elks trying to get a playoff here as they send a trip set to the left side of the formation and empty the backfield with 2 receivers to the right. Wolf, pump fakes, now goes deep, and it is almost picked off. There was a little push and a shove as Levi Ashton was the closest man to it on defense. And he got pushed in the back as he went for the ball.
Well, he was also tackled as the ball was in the air, it looked like to me, but that's just outstanding coverage there by Levi Ashton, playing over the top, had great position as that ball's flying in the air. Looked like he might have a crack at picking that thing off.
Didn't bite on the pump fake. We'll step away. That's the end of the first quarter. Elks up 14-0. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Live from St. John's High School, it's the Redskins and the Elks. Redskins trailing 14-0. At the end of the first quarter, we go to quarter 2 with Round Valley in the driver's seat. And they'll start with the football this second quarter at the St. John's 35-yard line.
And the Elks, so far in this game now heading into the second quarter, being pretty effective offensively with both the run and the pass, and able to drive pretty successfully on all their possessions.
Round Valley, the number 4 team in the state. St. John's 16, ranked 16th in the state in the PowerPoint. Man in motion is Cortez. They fake the handoff. Wolf sweeps to the left side, and Wolf has not much room there as Ashton and Sherwood close off that edge. But Wolf diving forward to the 30. Will be inside the 30, knocked down at the 29.
I got to tell you, these Elks in this backfield, a lot of team speed between the quarterback and these backs. And credit that St. John's offense. It's tough to set the edge out there, but they're doing a great job of extending those quick runners all the way out to the sideline, and in the process limiting the amount of yards they're able to gain despite having a very, very great speed in this backfield.
Donaldson wide to the far side of the set. Trips formation here to the right side. In there with one of them is Merrill. They pass to Merrill. Merrill on the reception at the 28 and lowers his shoulder, fights his way to the 25-yard line. Wagner on the stop, and it'll be short of a first down, and St. John's will take over on downs.
That's just good defensive stand there by St. John's, shutting down what otherwise looked like a pretty consistent, steady drive there for the Elks, and just great pass defense with some good help from the safeties and corners to make that tackle.
Redskins going to bring Ashton wide here to the near side. And Robertson with I-tandem in the backfield. They'll pitch to James, the tailback. James gets to the edge. Tries to get it upfield. He'll get a good surge at the end. Sullivan on the tackle, and Hannah also in on the stop for Round Valley. But James to the 30-yard line has a gain of 5 on first down as there's a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play.
Well, Dylan James, very impressive. Only a junior and not by no means one of the bigger guys out there, 5'7", 160, but you can tell he's just an aggressive runner, big heart, and just works really hard for these Redskins and knocks off a good gain there.
Nice set behind Robertson. Long snap count. Hand to Sherwood. Sherwood upended at the 35-yard line, and Sherwood went end over end to land at the 34. They'll mark him at the 34. Clayton Merrill was able to submarine underneath him to get his legs.
And as you say, Merrill from that outside linebacker position coming up to hit Sherwood, but hits him right in the thighs, and you can see Sherwood just do a complete flip over Merrill, but another good gain by the Redskins, so that leaves them 3rd and short here.
10.5 to play, 3rd and 1. Elks lead 14-0. Redskins with a first down. James to the 40, knocked down at the 43. Emerald in on the stop for Round Valley along with Sears, but not before. St. John's picks up a Horn Auto Center first down.
That's just a good hole at the line of scrimmage by that St. John's front, offensive front, opening up a good hole for Dylan James. He's a quick back. He hits the line with a lot of speed and able to knock off a good gain.
Ramsey, the single receiver to the right side with a slot set up on that side as well. I-tandem in the backfield behind Robertson. Give to Sherwood to get around the left side this time. Eisenlord and Hannah combine on the tackle after a gain of 3.
Sullivan Udall also for the Elks coming up from his cornerback position to make the tackle.
I want to thank the students of Sholo and Snowflake High School tonight, bringing you the sights and sounds of tonight's contest. You can watch it live right now at iTalk1067.com. That's ITALK 1067.com. Hand it off to James. James coming back on the counter to the left side. He'll be knocked down as he fights his way to midfield. Merrill and Udall combine on the stop for Round Valley, but a big pickup here to set up a 3rd and short.
Well, the key to any counter is to get those blocks at the line of scrimmage on the across the grain, and the offensive line for the St. John's Redskins doing a great job of just picking up those defensive linemen at the line of scrimmage, and James doing the rest to get another good gain for him.
Long snap count and the handoff to the tailback. Cortez on the stop. And Workman in on the stop as well. That time James slowed up as he hit the line of scrimmage, and they don't pick up anything. It's stopped at the midfield stripe. So 4th down and decision time for St. John's, 4th and 2 from midfield.
Well, they're just the ball just sitting on the Round Valley side of the 50, but it looks like St. John's will go for it here.
Vaughn lines up as a tight end on the right side. They have twins set on the left side, and this will make the decision a little bit easier as Trent Sherwood.
False start, offense. 5 yards, 4th down.
Well, look for a second there like Sherwood was going to go in motion or something, but he just freezes after he makes that initial movement, and that's enough for the referees to pull the flag.
Let's say nice job, our technical director tonight, Isaiah Miller, getting the shot of the official there, Greg Chavez on the call. And now punting formation, Ramsey back at his 32, call it the 33-yard line. And a fair catch is called by Emerald, and Emerald will make the catch at the St. John's 29-yard line, where Round Valley will have their 4th possession of the night. Up 14-0 with 7:55 left to play here in the second quarter. I want to thank tonight's crew as our White Mountain Youth Productions have put on the television aspect of tonight's contest, showing you video with the sights and sounds available now at iTalk1067.com. That's ITALK 1067.com. Technical director Isaiah Miller, Caden Ramage, audio Sydney Davis, graphics McKenna Legg, camera operators are Shane Bobian, JC Nicholas, Tina Buturo, Daniel Reby, and Chet Chapman. Our executive producers, Mel West, Jerry Butler, and Denise Westover. Hand to Udall. He has room left side to the 40. He'll be knocked down at the 42 after a Horn Auto Center first down. Ashton and Arona combine on the tackle, and it looks like Ashton is slow to get up.
Well, Levi Ashton out on that sideline, as you say, Camden, able to gather up Sullivan Udall, but you can see on the screen there, I'm not sure if it's from the contact or the fall, because there's a lot of bodies out there rolling around, but Levi Ashton, they're looking at his leg, his right leg.
And injuries is not what St. John's needs here, with 5 injuries, 4 to two-way starters already plaguing this team. And another one here could prove to be pretty detrimental to the Redskins if the 4 or 5 were not enough. As we see Levi Ashton there, 5'8", 130-pound senior for the Redskins, getting the medical attention. Now they get him to his feet, but he is favoring that right leg as they're going to help him off the field. And now he's trying to put pressure on it, but you can see there he's not able to do so. So big blow here for St. John's as they'll have to find a replacement for their wideout. And their defensive back in Levi Ashton.
Well, as you say, Camden, you know, this is tough for the Redskins with the injuries they've accumulated already this season over the past month or so. Dylan James will step in for Ashton out on that corner position, but you know, we can see them tending to Ashton here on the sideline, and hopefully nothing serious for that player.
They start the clock with 7.5 left to play in the half. It's Round Valley up 14-0, and we get a penalty marker thrown. As Chavez.
Back 5, Scott. Dead ball, false start. Offense, 5 yards. Replay the down.
So Round Valley shooting themselves in the foot here a little bit. 5 yards back to the Elk 37. Trip set right, single receiver to the left. Wolf hands it off to Sullivan Udall. Udall has some room right side, and Roethlisberger and Negley make the stop. But Udall gets close to a first down in St. John's territory, knocked down at the 48. And it'll be a first down. Horn Auto Center, first down. Let's check in with Brandon Todd. Brandon?
Just got a chance to speak with Levi Ashton over here on the sidelines, who is not actually seeing any coaches or any medical staff. He's just trying to walk it off himself. Said he rolled his right ankle. He said, here's the concerning part, he felt a pop as he was trying to you know what, I don't remember what he said for that, but he said he felt a pop, and he's trying to walk it out. It seems like with each step it's starting to feel a little better, but interesting enough, no coaches or medical staff taking a look at him.
All right, thanks, Brandon. As Wolf to Brown, and he's got room, a first down and more, as James will stop him just shy of the 30-yard line. Knocked down at the 32, but a penalty marker is down after he picks up a Horn Auto Center first down.
Offense.
Holding is the call.
Well, they throw that flag on the side of the field, of course, at the line of scrimmage where the hole's opening up. So apparently one of the offensive linemen just grabbing onto the defensive front for the St. John's Redskins. You could see from Bryson Brown's cut.
Offense, 10 yards, replay first down.
You could see from his cut right at the line of scrimmage, he's really untouched, even into the second level. But what otherwise would be a big gain for the Round Valley Elks with that penalty now will knock them back to their side of the field at the 41.
We continue to watch Ashton trying to warm up here on the track and get his ankle back into playing condition. 6.5 left to play here before halftime. Elks up 14-0. Wolf goes option right, pitch to Brown. Brown turns it up at the 45, slips at the 45-yard line, and falls forward to the 46. Call it the 47. That holding penalty dropped them all the way back in their own territory. And it'll be 3rd down and 16 from the 47.
Well, this read option with the quarterback, Wolf, he's looking at that defensive end as he's deciding whether to keep or hand off. And even with the dive back, they give the look like they're going to go up in between the tackles, and then they bust it outside. So far they're able to get outside with those St. John's outside linebackers getting sucked in enough to where they can block them.
Single back in the backfield with Wolf. Twin set to the left side. They run to the left side. Brown turns the corner at the midfield mark, and it'll be knocked down by Sherwood at the 48. As they get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 10. Call it 4th and 9.
And again, another play to the outside, a run play to the outside. Even though they get outside, the outside linebacker with that corner support coming up for the Redskins, they're able to string it out to the sideline and limit the gain there for the Elks. So it'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Elks. Be curious to see if they run or pass here.
Donaldson wide to the left side of the set. They send Emerald along with Merrill here to the near side. And a penalty marker thrown.
Dead ball, delay of game on the offense. 5 yards, replay it down.
So Round Valley can't quite get their operation together here. Penalty's a big part of these rivalry games. You got to be careful to limit those. And right now the Elks having troubles with the penalties.
We saw them earlier. The Elks run that middle screen. Of course, they had much longer to go to get the first down, but
Eisenlord, sorry, punt, go ahead.
I was just be curious to see if they go to something like that here.
Wolf to throw, near side, has a man, and it is overthrown, intended for Rodney Emerald. And, that's probably the best place to put it, as Emerald was well covered. He was double covered down the near sideline.
Yeah, Brett Roethlisberger, and thank you, Trent Sherwood. Great coverage, as you say, Camden. The combination of the corners and the safeties on that side of the field for St. John's just doing a good job of keeping the receivers in front, and that pass never really had a chance.
4.5 left to play here before halftime. Elks up 14-0, now facing a 4th down and 14, forced to punt here. Remember last time Cortez ran for a first down on a fake punt. Ball at the Elk 49-yard line. High snap. Cortez gets it off. End over end punt. Bounces at about the 16. Will go out of bounds at the 10. And St. John's will have 4 minutes and 26 seconds, trailing by 2 touchdowns here to try to get something together. We've seen them do some good things offensively, but they haven't quite been able to put a scoring drive together yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen them move the ball with the running game primarily, of course, is what we expected from them coming into tonight's contest. They just, as you say, Camden, just not able to finish any drives yet and put any points on the board.
Let's go to Brandon Todd. Brandon.
Just making a point to say that Levi Ashton has entered the game, but he is limping. But as you mentioned, with the small numbers of St. John's, he needs to be in the game.
High snap, and it'll be a touchdown for Round Valley as the ball caromed off the fingertips of John Robertson. He couldn't hang on to it. That one from the gun, I don't know what happened there, but the center just sailed it over the top of him into the end zone, and it'll be recovered for a touchdown by the Round Valley Elks.
Well, not only a high snap, but that snap had some velocity on it and as well. And the quarterback, as you say, John Robertson, just not able to stretch up tall enough and get it. And Clayton Merrill for the Elks gathers it up in the end zone for the touchdown.
Cortez checks on the point after, and with 4:21 left to play before half, it is Round Valley 21, St. John's nothing. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah!
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com. Welcome
back to St. John's as the Elks lead it 21-0. Short kick. Ramsey with the reception. Tries to bring it here to the near side. Eisenlord pounds him down at the 29. No gain on the return, or no yards on the return. Hogel also on the stop for Round Valley. St. John's will have the football after the Northland Pioneer College kickoff at their own 29. When it comes time to kick off your college career, be sure to check with Northland Pioneer College, the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. Checking into the lineup for St. John's is Ramsey. They set Ramsey as a wide receiver to the near side. 4:16 left to play before half, and St. John's takes a handoff up the middle. Arona stood up at the 31-yard line as Hannah, first person there for the Elks, and then the Elks gain tackle after a gain of 2.
Well, the Round Valley Elks doing a good job up front on the defensive front, just stuffing gaps there, and then with the linebacker support, St. John's not able to really get much on that running effort.
2nd and 8. As the Redskins are going to bring Roethlisberger over here to the near side of the formation. Slot to the right. Eye set behind Robertson. Give to Sherwood, the tailback. He gets out of a tackle at the 35. Bings his way to the 40, call it the 38. Eisenlord and Johnston on the stop. And it's close to a first down. It's going to be a yard shy of a first here for St. John's. 3rd and 1 coming up.
That's just great effort by Trent Sherwood. You know, he runs into a lot of defenders there, but just keeps those legs going, and despite getting hit, is able to punch off an extra yard or 2.
And off to Arona. Arona hit at the line of scrimmage, and St. John's on 3rd down tonight has not done well. They have struggled with their 3rd down conversions. They may have lost a little bit here. Back to the 38-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 1.
You got to credit Weston Hogel for the Elks coming over from his defensive end position on that back side, able to help stuff up that line of scrimmage and leave St. John's here with a tough decision. 4th and 1.
And St. John's just looking to burn some clock here. Trailing 21-0 against the Redskins. And now they'll call a timeout.
Timeout, St. John's.
We'll take one with them with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to play in this first half. It's the Redskins trailing 21-0. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back to St. John's High School. Redskins down 21-0. 4th down and 1. After the timeout, they go under center. Robertson, and looked like the center was on a long snap count, and the rest of the team.
Offense. 5 yards, we play the down.
Well, the entire offense, it looked like, with the exception of the quarterback, took off on that. The ball remains unsnapped, it appeared. But regardless, the penalty will go against St. John's here, and they'll definitely fall into punt formation.
Back to punt. At the 20-yard line is Ramsey, and Ramsey gets off a short one. It'll bounce and take a Elks bounce, but it'll be touched by the Elks. And St. John's will recover it. Sullivan Udall will make the recovery.
Well,
Jacob Barona on the recovery.
You had a Round Valley player, looked like Sullivan, that was just blocking. But the punt, after hitting the ground, rolled forward and touched Sullivan.
St. John's going to go quickly as they go straight ahead this time. The direct snap to Sherwood, and Sherwood. Weston Hogel on the tackle for Round Valley, but Sherwood and St. John's trying to catch Round Valley off guard as they go to a Wildcat offense here. Sherwood, they fake the handoff and tries to sweep to the left side. And he'll be knocked down by Bingham as he slips.
And this is no huddle offense now for St. John's.
Sherwood throws right side, looks like a good ball. It's caught. First down for St. John's. Ramsey on the reception at the Elk 24-yard line. It is a Coronado Center first down.
And yet a Round Valley defender, looked like cornerback number 6. Rodney Emerald, for some reason, was looking right at that pass, didn't go up forward for it, and St. John's instead getting the reception.
St. John's with 1:31.
Offense. 5-yard penalty, we play first down.
Another false start here as St. John's self-destructs here after getting the first down. Now first down and 15, making it a little tougher on themselves. Sherwood drops the snap and going to be hit in the backfield for a loss. Cade Johnson along with Weston Hogel on the stop for Round Valley.
Timeout number 2.
St. John's calls their second timeout. We'll keep it here with 1:25 and take a look at some of the scoring around the league. Got a Blue Ridge score for you.
Well, I'm not sure I can do the around the league part, but definitely have a Blue Ridge scoring update here at halftime. Of course, Blue Ridge traveling up to Page for tonight's contest. Blue Ridge leading at half 38-0.
That scoring update brought to you by Black Diamond Auto Glass, home of the free chip repair. Black Diamond Auto Glass. Don't forget, tonight's contest is available on Channel 56 Monday and Friday next week at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1:30. That's Sholo TV, cable channel 56. And if you'd like to help raise funds for these broadcasts, you can contact Mel West of Sholo TV. 100% of the money is donated to the White Mountain Youth Productions as it gives the opportunity for these students to get a chance to learn the industry of broadcast. And Robertson back in the shotgun here. They hand it off straight ahead to James. James slips a tackle, has some room, out to the 20-yard line. Emerald will trip him up, but a big gain here. And St. John's again with the no huddle. Robertson single back in the backfield, I believe is Arona. And Robertson in trouble. He's going to go down and throws the ball away. No penalty marker.
That's Dylan.
They say he was down.
They're going to call him down. Dylan Workman coming in to make that quick tackle. Robertson really no chance to even set up to throw the ball with Workman's penetration and right up the middle and able to sack the quarterback.
St. John's. Third and final timeout of the half.
St. John's going to take their third and final. We'll take it with them. 21-0, Elks lead. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
There's no better time to visit Horn Auto Center. Check out the all-new Chevy Silverado. Voted 2014 North American Truck of the Year. Strong for all the roads ahead. Or find new roads with the all-new Corvette Stingray. Voted the 2014 North American Car of the Year. Visit Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Show Low across from Safeway and at hornauto.com. You're at home with Horn since 1991.
Welcome back to St. John's High School. The Elks in front, 21-0 of the St. John's Redskins with 1:01 left to play in this first half. St. John's trying to put together a drive, facing a 4th down and 16, call it 17. Robertson in the gun, trip set to the left side. Robertson to throw, goes left side, and it'll be picked off. His second interception tonight, and this one is picked off by Eisenlord again.
Well, it looked like it was intended for Dylan James, number 26, flying out into that flat, but credit Eisenlord. He just locked in on the quarterback, could see that pass coming from its inception, and just sets up to be able to high point it and come down with the pick.
Round Valley, I'm sure, would love to put a nail in the coffin here. St. John's going to have to be careful. 56 seconds left to play before half. Elks up 21-0. Two receivers to the far side of the set. Play action. Wolf to throw. He throws. It is caught by Brown, and Brown has a Horn Auto Center first down. Wagner makes the stop just shy of the 30-yard line at the Elk 29.
And the Elks also doing their version here of no huddle, quickly lining up their receivers. Trips to the left this time to try to pull a quick play off.
Wolf looking to throw, looks here to the near sideline, in trouble, gets away from the tackle, has plenty of time now, and he'll throw it out of bounds. A penalty marker thrown back at the 28-yard line. But a good pursuit that time for St. John's. Joseph Ramsey almost had him in the backfield.
5 guys in the backfield on the offense, 5 yards, we play the down.
And a illegal formation is called against the Elks here.
Joseph Ramsey, number 5 for the St. John's Redskins, able to get good penetration that time in on the quarterback. Tried to make the tackle, and in the process comes up with a sore arm or shoulder. He's holding it now, but he stays in. He's going to play this get down, but definitely in pain.
Now we understand we're having trouble with our radio broadcast. We'll try to get Ashley to find out why we're not going out over the air. Ashley Fryer, in-studio producer tonight. And on first down, the Elks try to go with a quick pass to the left side and can't come up with it. 35 seconds left before halftime. Elks lead 21-0. Wide receiver is to the left side of the formation for Round Valley is Eisenlord. Trip set to the right side. Wolf to throw, comes here to the right side. Caught pass intended for Cortez. He can't hang on to it. Juggles it at the 30-yard line. Tried to go upfield a little too quickly, I believe, that time. and did not look the ball in. Ball was in the hands, but he couldn't come up with it. And so now on third down, there's 31 seconds, and Round Valley going to have to make a decision here. They don't want to leave too much time on the clock here for St. John's. Do they run the football or stay with the pass? They empty the backfield, and I guess that answers our question. Double set to the left. A trip set to the left, two receivers to the right. Wolf going to keep on the draw, and he slips the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Bounces here to the near side of the 30, and he drops the football, and he covers it up. Oh, brother, unbelievable. Wolf just lost the handle on the pigskin. It goes in the air and drops on the grass. At the 24-yard line, he's able to just cover it up.
Well, Round Valley very fortunate on that play not to turn the ball over on that fumble by Wolf. And credit St. John's pursuit. You know, Wolf able to break some early tackles in the center of the field there, but great defensive pursuit by the balance of the St. John's defense to shut that play down.
As we await an interview with Coach Bell, we remind you that that's the end of the first half. 21-0 is our score. The Elks on top of St. John's. Let's go to Brandon Todd. Brandon?
Here with Coach Bell going into half, up 3 touchdowns. Goose egg on the board for your opponents. Tell me, how do you feel about your first half, and what's the message to your kids during halftime?
We just got to clean up mistakes. We've had too many penalties. I mean, just not execution. We got to make sure we're doing that. We're going to talk about that and just getting plays in and out and keep playing hard on defense and come out in the second half and make sure we're focused and getting ready to go.
Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thanks, Brandon. As Coach Bell, pretty stoic after a 21-0 first half for his Elks, but I can imagine there's probably going to be some fire in that first half locker room, really, for both of these coaching staffs, Punt. And St. John's, man, they've got some weapons. They've got some tools. They're able to move the football, but just every time they put themselves in a good position, they seem to self-destruct.
Yeah, absolutely. Just not able to, as you say, finish drives. They've had a few drives where they've been able to move the ball, and that for whatever reason, whether penalties or just, you know, not executing as well as they had been in the previous plays, they just their drives have been fizzling out, and of course, as a result, they're not able to put any points up here in the first half. But you know, they're certainly not out of this football game, and it could come down to in the second half who has the fewest mistakes in this second half, and who's just cleaner in terms of their overall execution.
Round Valley leads it 21-0 at intermission as we take a look at the St. John's Redskins dance club, as they will entertain us here at intermission. We'll step away. We'll be back with our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Great chance to check out all the details this winter. Going to be great skiing conditions, and you can still get discounted lift tickets by going to sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. Back with the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show when we return. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk106.7.com.
Fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car? Their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overgard, and Show Low.
Sunrise Park Resort is now open every Friday to Monday through Labor Day weekend. Bring the family for a full day of fun and activities, including scenic cliff rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, tube slide, airbag jump, and more. Book your reservation at the Sunrise Hotel with beautiful views of the lake and mountain, or rent a boat at the Sunrise Lake Marina. And make sure you visit our general store for all your camping and fishing needs. For more information, please call 928-735-7669 or visit our website at sunriseskipark.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah!
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
This is high school football on iTalk 106.7 and Sholo TV Channel 56.
Welcome back to St. John's High School and our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Great chance to check out the savings on lift passes. Season passes available at discounted rates right now at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. As we break down, recap the first half for you. Punt. First quarter was all Round Valley. First half was all Round Valley. First 2 possessions for Round Valley, they get drives of over 60 yards and are able to punch it in for a couple of touchdowns. 8:55 left to play in the first. Round Valley scores on their opening possession, 14-yard touchdown run by Sullivan Udall, and with a point after try by Cortez, led it 7-0 at that point. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Round Valley's Brian Brown capitalizes on a 17-yard touchdown run with a good PAT. It's 14-0. We move to the second quarter, and St. John's doing a little bit better in the second quarter, getting some stops on Round Valley. But as they're able to hold Round Valley's offense to no touchdowns in the second quarter, but they do give up a fumble recovery in the end zone to give away a touchdown with 4:21 left to play in the second quarter. A high snap goes into the end zone. It is recovered by the Elks, and I believe that was Clayton Merrill who recovered that one.
Yep, it was.
And picks up the touchdown for Round Valley. The good PAT puts Round Valley up 21-0 here at the break. And, a lot of folks said that Round Valley was going to be a 2 to 3 touchdown favorite here tonight. They were in control with a 3-touchdown lead here at the break. But St. John's has got a good offense. They can move the football. They have some weapons. They've certainly shown that they can break off some big plays against Round Valley. Their passing game is suspect, but that running game has been pretty good in the first half.
It has been pretty good. Unfortunately, not just good enough, as we mentioned earlier, to really finish any of their drives so far tonight. I think maybe one thing that would help St. John's a little bit better is if they can develop even just a short passing game to provide a little bit more diversity to their offense, because Round Valley coming out defensively is going to be probably loading the box a bit more against the St. John's defense, anticipating run, because that's really the only thing that effectively worked for the St. John's football team in the first half. So I would not be surprised to see Coach Bell for the Elks start loading the box up and probably doing a lot more blitzing and essentially daring the St. John's team to pass the ball a little bit more in the second half. So, it would certainly benefit St. John's offensively, I think, to get a little bit more diversity in their overall offense by at least just trying some short passes where they've really gotten hurt with their passing game, and we saw it with the interception, is when they try to go deep. And on that occasion, Robertson, the quarterback for St. John's, had pressure, was really just throwing off his heels, as he's going backwards, and that's usually a recipe for disaster, and it certainly played out to be the case with that pickoff and their drive-killing turnover for the St. John's Redskins. So, but on the positive side, as you had mentioned, St. John's had shown the ability to pretty much stuff that Round Valley offense in the second quarter and really hold them to no scoring in the second quarter after Round Valley put up 2 touchdowns in their first 2 possessions in that first quarter. So, that's something certainly to feel good about and remain positive about here in the second half for St. John's. Is defensively they've made some adjustments and have shown the ability to slow down and in a couple of occasions completely shut down that Round Valley offense. So it'll be curious to see what happens here in the second half.
Turnovers have just been horrific for St. John's tonight. They killed their opening drive with an interception. They killed another drive on this end of the field with a interception, and then that fumble recovered for a touchdown. The turnovers have just absolutely destroyed their chances in this first half. There's 3 touchdowns right there that are taken away from St. John's just on turnovers. So we'll be back with our second half adjustments when we return to our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Don't forget, you can get discounted lift passes right now by going to sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. This is going to be a banner year for snow, and you want to get those lift passes right away at sunriseskipark.com before the rates go up. That's sunriseskipark.com. Back with more of our halftime show when we return. It's the Elks in front, 21-0. We'll be back after this.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelley Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
There's no better time to visit Horn Auto Center. Check out the all-new Chevy Silverado. Voted 2014 North American Truck of the Year. Strong for all the roads ahead. Or find new roads with the all-new Corvette Stingray. Voted the 2014 North American Car of the Year. Visit Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Show Low across from Safeway and at hornauto.com. You're at home with Horn since 1991.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car? Their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Park Resort is now open every Friday to Monday through Labor Day weekend. Bring the family for a full day of fun and activities, including scenic cliff rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, tube slide, airbag jump, and more. Book your reservation at the Sunrise Hotel with beautiful views of the lake and mountain, or rent a boat at the Sunrise Lake.
Welcome back to St. John's High School. It is 21-0 here at the break. This is the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show as we are being treated to some fantastic entertainment tonight. The St. John's Redskins cheer team with the small kids from the community participating in tonight's halftime show. We've had couple of different dance groups. Round Valley's cheer squad has done their thing, and also a Round Valley dance and St. John's dance, along with St. John's cheerleaders here, as we see some of the kids of St. John's schools getting a chance to do a halftime show here. And I think the best of the kids up front, right?
Absolutely.
Punt? Look at that cartwheel.
Yeah. I know I couldn't.
Not
do
bad.
That.
Not bad at all. And we want to say thank you to Sunrise Park Resort. Don't forget, if you're interested in doing some skiing or snowboarding this year, you might want to check out sunriseskipark.com, because your final chance to pick up discounted lift passes is quickly going away. You need to get to sunriseskipark.com as quickly as possible to get those reserved. Going to be great skiing this year. Should be a lot of snow up there. And get those ski passes early. Go to sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. We take a look now at second half adjustments. Punt and St. John's and Round Valley certainly have been they've been a little more evenly matched than the scoreboard would suggest.
Well, maybe in that first quarter it looked like Round Valley could potentially run away with this thing, but as we talked, in that second quarter, the St. John's defense certainly stiffened up, found the ability to shut down the Round Valley offense, and had it not been for those big turnovers and those big mistakes, St. John certainly would have been in better position. So I think that's going to be a big key for the Redskins here in the second half, is just to limit the mistakes, whether it's penalties and most certainly the turnovers, which was a big killer for them in the first half. And on the Round Valley side, you heard Coach Bell talk with Brandon at halftime, just overall execution. If they can just run their offense, and even if they don't necessarily put points up on every possession, but in the process burn that clock down, it's going to really limit St. John's ability to mount any big drives. And we've seen in the, certainly coming into tonight's football game, just with the overall stats and certainly by their game plan in the first half, St. John's relies pretty heavily on the run game, and whenever you do that, it's going to require probably a little bit more time to put points up than you would with some big passes and so forth. So I think from Round Valley's standpoint, the big key for Round Valley is just overall just execute and avoid the turnovers, of course, but the penalties as well. And if they can just run out the clock essentially in the second half, they'll be in good shape.
Second half keys to the second half brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith available 7 days a week. Anytime you'd like your a key made, or if you're locked out of your car or your home, you can have their mobile unit come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Heber, and Overguard. We will step away, back with the second half kickoff when we return, as that wraps up our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Go to sunriseskipark.com for all the details on discounted lift passes right now at sunriseskipark.com. Back with the second half kickoff right after this.
Marina, and make sure you visit our general store for all your camping and fishing needs. For more information, please call 928-735-7669 or visit our website at sunriseskipark.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah!
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of.
Welcome back to St. John's High School. The Round Valley Elks lead it 21-0 as we get set for the third quarter here from St. John's High School. This is the first, we did Round Valley against Sholo, our first game of the year, but this is the first time we've done a full-fledged Division V game. St. John's coming into this contest ranked 16 in the state, and Round Valley with the number 4 ranking for Division V. Both of these teams vying for a spot in the state tournament, as this is the final week of football action for both Division V and Division IV. We'll have a Sholo Payson score coming up for you here in just moments as the Cougars are hosting the Longhorns tonight. The Elks set to kick this one away. Cortez will tee it on the near hash at his 40-yard line. And we'll kick towards the north end zone where St. John's will defend. He tries an onside kick that's going to take a St. John's bounce back to the, I've never seen that before, back to the 38-yard line. Yeah.
So
How did he do that?
First down, St. John's.
So they lose 2 yards effectively on the kickoff to the Round Valley Elks with that attempted onside that ends up rolling backwards, and it's touched by Round Valley. So that will be the point at which St. John's will take possession. So that's going to be at the 38-yard line.
That's going to hurt Cortez's average.
Big time.
-2 on the kickoff, no return. I don't know when I've never seen that in my life. Robertson to Sherwood, and Sherwood stacked up after a short gain and knocked backwards by Cortez.
Oscar Cortez coming up over the top from the linebacker position, meeting Sherwood just past the line of scrimmage, standing him up and pushing him down quickly.
Roethlisberger going to check into the lineup for St. John's, replacing Arona. And Vaughn comes wide here to the near side of the formation. After sitting at the halftime, Ashton is out and struggling to get loose. Ramsey on the reception. He could go 20, 15, one man to beat at the 5. He spun down and the ball is loose at the 4-yard line, but the official says that he was down and that the ground caused the fumble. And so at the 2-yard line, a Horn Auto Center first down for St. John's.
Well, we talked at half, Camden, about, St. John's finding a way to just get some sort of a passing game going in the short zone. And that time, as you say, just a quick pass out, and Round Valley stacking the box inside. St. John's able to find room to run up after the catch.
Hand to Arona straight ahead, and nothing there. Brandon, Hanna, and Cortez combine on the tackle.
Rhett Bingham as well in on the tackle assist. St. John's just trying to punch it up into the end zone off that left side. But nothing doing at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive front.
And they pack the backfield, full house backfield behind Robertson. Hand to James off the left side, and James going to be pushed backwards. And, we didn't talk much about this punt, but the two struggles that St. John's have had of not only the long passing game, but also they've struggled when they try to pack it in and try to power the ball between the tackles.
Well, you can see Round Valley defensively stacking the box, certainly in this case down on the, close to the goal line. David Rogers that time, number 55, able to crab crawl in through the line of scrimmage and get low and wrap up the runner by his ankles early in that play.
Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Robertson under center, quick pitch to Arona. Arona trying to get to the edge. He's going to dive for the end zone. Touchdown! St. John's is on the board with a Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdown.
Dylan James on the carry. Braden Eisenlord, the corner on that right side, sliding over, but he just couldn't get there in time, with James able to cut up field right at the goal line and get across for St. John's first touchdown of the night.
Aiden Overson, the 6'4", 250-pound junior, sealed off the edge that time to give James the opportunity to get 6 up for St. John's. They're going to go for 2. Robertson in the gun. Fires right side to Ramsey. Ramsey slips a tackle at the 4, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. St. John's finally with points as they cut the lead to 2 touchdowns, 21-8. We'll step away with 9:54 left to play in the third quarter. It's Round Valley 21, St. John's 8. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
This is high school.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back to the campus of St. John's High School. The Redskins finally on the board, trailing 21-8, but they finally get a score up. They take their opening drive. And now with the Northland Pioneer College kickoff, we get a penalty marker thrown.
Maybe an offside against the Redskins.
Kicking team 5 yards, re-kick.
So an offsides on St. John's to push them back 5 yards. They'll have to re-kick this one.
It's number 7, Sherwood.
Sherwood to kick here for St. John's with 9:54 left to play, third quarter. It's St. John's 8, Round Valley 21. And Sherwood puts boot into it, hits a short kick, fielded at the 33 by Workman to the 40, 45, midfield down the near sideline, going to be tripped up by Sherwood in St. John's territory at the 44. Call it the 46-yard line. Now they put it nose of the football right at the 45.
Well, Workman looked like he might be able to break that one free for a touchdown on that right sideline, or I'm sorry, the left sideline, but Sherwood coming over after kicking that pooch kick and able to push him out of bounds. Otherwise, Workman had a lot of green in front of him.
Don't forget, when it's time to kick off your college career, be sure to check out Northland Pioneer College, home of the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. Wolf in the gun, single back, flanking him to his right. That's Sullivan. Sullivan receives the handoff, and Wilbank, along with a couple other St. John's players, are going to push him back after no gain on the play. Actually, a loss of 1 back to the 46-yard line.
Brandon Nagel as well on that defensive front with Wilbank for the St. John's Redskins, just doing an outstanding job that time, just stuffing up front and not allowing any room for Sullivan Udall to move through.
St. John's will send Merrill wide to the far side of the set. Twin set here to the near side. Slot in the right side of the formation. Wolf in the gun, single back in the backfield. He goes with the draw and has some room. Has a first down and more. Angle the outside at the 30. He could go to the 10, 5. Touchdown. Round Valley with a Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdown. Kyron Wolf scores his 16th touchdown of the season. And the team's leading rusher, who came into this contest with over 1,000 yards in rushing, has tacked on another big touchdown run here from 46 yards out. And Connor Eager had the block to spring him. Cortez set to kick, and he'll punch it through, and Round Valley erases the opening touchdown for the St. John's Redskins. With that touchdown there, they now lead it 28-8. With 8:55 left to play in the third, we'll step away. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelley Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
Welcome back to St. John's High School. The Round Valley Elks, after scoring, teed up at the 40, and Cortez hits a line drive shot that bounces at the 15, rolls back to the 5. Be picked up there by James, and James going to be hammered down at the 4-yard line.
That's number 72 for the Round Valley Elks, Weston Hogle, coming over and just doing a great job in pursuit of dragging down the receiver that time for St. John's and really pushing St. John's back to around their 5-yard line, leaving them a very, very long field here on their second possession of the second half.
Going to have to get Quinn Ashton in. He happens to know a lot about both of these players here. We'll have him on here in just a second. Hand it off here to James. James looking to get over the right side. He's got some room to the 15, to the 10, to the 20, 25. It'll be knocked down by Marshall Donaldson, but not before he picks up a Horn Auto Center first down. Quinn, you were making mention that some of these Round Valley players have some history here at St. John's.
Yeah, a few of their parents played here. You know, the Hogle boys, I played with their dad. Great guy to play with, and his kids are playing just like he did. Reckless abandon out there on that kickoff team.
All right, thanks, Quinn. After the first down, Redskins hand it off, and not a lot there, but Arona going to carry some tacklers with him out to the 35. Rhett Bingham rides him down at the 35-yard line along with Workman. Let's check in with Brandon Todd. Brandon?
Just to touch on what you guys were just saying about the history of this St. John Redskins field, actually the head coach for the Round Valley Elks, Coach Bell, did play for the St. John Redskins here. And actually the Arizona Republic just put out a list of the all-time greatest White Mountain football players, and at the top of that list, number 1 is Coach Bell from Round Valley Elks when he was a St. John's Redskin.
All right, thanks, Brandon. As James going to try to get around the left side. And he's going to be tackled by Merrill. Back in the backfield, a huge loss on the play as they lose about 7.
Well, that's just due to great pursuit angle by Merrill on that outside linebacker position. Even though St. John's getting outside, he just attacks from the inside and able to come up with a great tackle deep into the backfield of St. John's, leaving them with 3rd and long here.
28-8. Round Valley leads. St. John's looking to put together a drive here. 3rd down and 13. Looking to throw across the middle. It is caught by Vaughn, but now he loses a football, and they say it's incomplete.
Yeah, they're going to say he's down after catching the ball. Gets hit hard by Merrill.
That'll be good.
I'm sorry, Camden. Taken to the turf, and when he hits the turf is when the ball breaks loose, and they're going to say he's down.
Good for a Horn Auto Center first down as they move the chains. Ball at the 41-yard line of the Redskins. And the official from the far side wanting to talk things over with the head official, Greg Chavez, here.
I think they're going to talk about the spot here relative to the first down.
And we'll bring Quinn Ashton in on this call here as well. Quinn?
You know, it looked like that ball was right on the 41-yard line, and that was the line to gain. So Greg Chavis didn't allow a measurement there. He went ahead and just gave him the first down.
And the home team, or the both teams can request a measurement, but they do not have to oblige, as you mentioned before, Quinn.
That's correct.
Let's go down to Brandon Todd. Brandon?
An update from the game back in Show Low. This is kind of a big loss for the Cougars. Jason Brown has been taken to the hospital. My source is saying, and this obviously isn't anything confirmed yet, but a broken ankle for Jason Brown of the Show Low Cougars.
Wow. That'll be a big loss if it turns out to be true, as James gets the carry here. Brandon Hanna on the tackle for Round Valley. No gain on the play.
That's just great play up front by that defensive front for the Elks, just filling gaps on their slants and linebacker support. Really nothing working there for the St. John's running back.
Redskins will bring a single receiver here to the near side. Tight end left, slot right. Single back in the backfield. Robertson under center. They go counter to the right side. Sherwood carries some tacklers with him out to the 45-yard line. And I'll tell you, the St. John's runners have done a good job tonight making little gains after contact.
Absolutely. Trent Sherwood that time dragging at least a couple of Round Valley defenders. And Sherwood, you know, he's not an imposing figure, a junior, just 5'7", 145. But great leg strength, and we've seen the same pretty consistently tonight as well from Dylan James, the other running back for St. John's.
Twin set left and right. Robertson in the gun. He's going to hand off on a draw, but nobody biting on the Round Valley defense. Dylan Workman in on the stop along with Red Bingham, and St. John's in trouble here. 4th down and 12 coming up.
David Rogers as well, doing just an outstanding job of not penetrating too deeply, and even though they tried the draw there's 3 Round Valley Elk defenders right there to gather up the runner as soon as he gets the football.
Ramsey back to punt for St. John, stands at his 25. Low snap, and it looked like it may have been blocked. Here comes a penalty marker as the ball will be picked up at the 46-yard line. Dangerously, as you mentioned, punt by Rodney Emerald in traffic.
I don't know how he...
Good job holding on to it.
And the call is holding against St. John's here. And so Round Valley's going to have a chance to have them re-kick it, but I'm not sure if they want to.
Holding on the offense. Penalty is declined. Round Valley take the ball to the spot of possession.
Good call, Camden. You know, with that short punt that was partially blocked, I think it was. I think you're right there. It had an odd spin to it. Round Valley ending up in outstanding field position here at their own 46.
So from the Elk 46-yard line, another short field for Round Valley with 5:06 left to play, third quarter. They lead it 28-8 over the Redskins. Empty backfield, 5 receivers for Round Valley. Wolf in the gun. Looks right, throws right, caught by Brown, hit in the backfield. Wagner brings him down after a loss of 2.
Exceptional defensive play there by John Wagner out on that corner. He saw that quick pass out to the flats and waste no time with good speed coming up to just gather up the receiver as soon as he touches the ball. Just outstanding defense.
2nd down and 11. Just getting word that Wagner hasn't had a lot of playing time this year. But due to injuries, Wagner seeing a lot of playing time and makes his presence known on that play. 4.5 remaining and the clock rolling here. Big hit in the backfield. No, excuse me. Keeper by Wolf. He comes near side and gets away from a tackle. Ball loose. It's picked up by Hanna. Hanna going to be hit by Negley and knocked down at the 34-yard line, but a penalty marker thrown in the backfield of the Elks.
Block below the waist, offense.
So I'll bring everything back, but I got to tell you that read option by Wolf, it looked like he gave Sullivan Udall the ball.
Great fake.
Udall was just smashed right after that fake, and Wolf just keeping possession and able to break off a big gain, but in the process fumbling it toward the end of the carry, but it'll all be for naught. With that penalty, it's going to come back.
On the offense, 15 yards, replay the down.
I got him.
So 15-yard penalty, and what a head scratcher that one is if you're a Round Valley coach.
Well, and we talked, and so did Coach Bell at halftime about, trying to eliminate the errors and get back to a little bit better execution. And that's another example there. After a big gain by Wolf, they would have put them in St. John's territory. Instead, now the Round Valley Elks with that penalty backing up to their own 29.
Well, when we saw Round Valley at the beginning of the year, it didn't seem like they were this undisciplined. I mean, they seem to be a little more focused against Sholo. Of course, this is a rivalry game. A lot of emotion here tonight. Quick throw to the near side of Cortez as they float one out to him. He slips a tackle on a spin move. Out of the hands of Sherwood. Dylan James finally knocks him down, but there'll be very little gain as Avila also in on the stop for St. John's.
Well, it starts with Sherwood staying home out on that flat all by himself, and in the process being blocked, able to fight through that block to get a piece of Cortez after catching the ball, and then just good help by Dawson Avila finishing off to get the assist. So just good. And again, St. John's showing much more effectiveness with their defensive stand here in this third quarter than we saw them in the first quarter.
Trip set to the right, single receiver near side, going to throw near side for Eisenlord. It's caught at the 40, and he will fall forward after being caught from behind, that time by Dylan James, who wrapped him up on his ankles, a shoestring tackle to prevent a touchdown here. As it's a Horn Auto Center first down for Round Valley at the St. John's 32.
Well, as you say, with that pump fake, they get the defensive back to bite, and then Eisenlord able to break down the sideline to pick up that big reception for the Elks.
Great looking shot here of Wyatt Vaughn, and the St. John's Redskins trailing 28-8 with under 3 to play in the third. And Round Valley on the move again. Hand to Sullivan straight ahead. Sullivan trying to move the pile, and he does. Sullivan still on his feet at the 22. Yeah. He'll still go, and a penalty marker comes in late as Sullivan will get all the way to the St. John's 17-yard line before they finally bring him down. Aiden Overson in on the stop for St. John's.
Well,
penalty marker thrown at the 20.
That gain solely attributable to a lot of line surge by the Round Valley Elks, but in the process, they may call assisting the runner with a lot of the linemen, primary among them Connor Eager, number 58, just pushing the pile from behind, and I think that's what the referees are discussing right now.
Yeah, we saw ASU do that early in the year in one of their games where they ended up scoring a touchdown on the play, where almost the entire offensive line got behind one of their running backs and able to push him into the end zone. And but doesn't work that well in high school football. Not sure why there's.
I think they're trying to figure out where this whole thing started. Right. Okay.
Here's the call from Chavez.
There's no penalty for assisting the runner. You can push the runner but not pull them and advance.
So we were completely wrong. Let's go to Quinn Ashton to get clarification on it. Quinn?
I think I'd have to study that one up in the rule book a little bit. I'm not sure on the ruling there.
Okay, well, neither are we. So they wiped the penalty off, and St. John's thought they were going to dodge a bullet, but they don't, and we get a quarterback keeper around the right side by Wolf. Negley on the stop, but a penalty marker thrown again into the backfield of Round Valley after Round Valley picks up the Horn Auto Center first down.
Well, great penetration by number 5, Joseph Ramsey, for the St. John's Redskins, coming in and
on the offense, 10 yards, replay the down.
After Wolf elects to keep after faking the dive to Sullivan Udall. You got to credit Joseph Ramsey coming in hard with that submarine tackle to kind of shut it down. But regardless, with the penalty, it'll push Round Valley back to, the 28 now.
Big penalty here. Instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 20. Wolf in the gun, single back in the backfield with him is Sullivan Udall. Looking to throw, pump fake, in trouble. And it'll be ripped down by Ramsey. Ramsey with the sack deep in the backfield. Round Valley all the way back to their 40-yard line. And, you know, it's plays like that, punt, where you start to think, man, St. John's has got it going defensively.
That's great pressure. You know, Jacob Arona as well, number 28 from the inside linebacker position coming up, able to shoot the gap and initiate the pressure on Wolf. And then, of course, Ramsey coming in high and just finishing him off.
Second down and 35 from the St. John's 40. Marshall Donaldson is the wideout on the near side.
Timeout, Round Valley, first of the half.
Boy.
And Round Valley going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them. Minute and a half left in the third quarter. It's 28-8 in favor of Round Valley. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
Great shot of the St. John's Redskins here on the final game of the regular season. The Elks and the Redskins doing battle tonight. 1:33 left to play third quarter. Round Valley up 28-8 over St. John's. And have placed themselves in a hole. They've taken a timeout here. After the timeout, they'll face a second and 35. Swing pass right side. Now another pass deep down the field, and it is caught. And is Cortez on the reception. On the double pass, Roethlisberger in on the coverage that time. And a survey of the field, no hankies down.
Well, I got to tell you, you know, double pass, but credit that St. John's defense for not biting. Brent Roethlisberger ends up making the tackle, actually in not that bad a position, but just a great piece of pass reception that time by Braden Eisenlord, just going up a little bit higher to gather that pass in.
Eisenlord comes out of the contest here as Sullivan Udall and Marshall Donaldson split wide to the right, trip set to the left side. Wolf fakes left, now runs right, around the right edge, has some room, has a first down and more. He's into the end zone for a Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdown, but a penalty marker thrown at the 10.
I got to tell you, that Wolf kid is fast, man. It looked like he could get gathered up in the backfield there with a rush by St. John's, but he is so quick, he's able to beat him outside. We'll have to wait and see what the penalty is here. Round Valley's moving back as if it could be against them.
And we await the call here from Greg Chavez. There's been an awful lot of interesting calls here tonight. 28-8 is our score. Round Valley on top of St. John's at the moment.
We have two fouls on the play. We have a block in the back on the offense. We have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, on the defense. First foul will be marked 10 yards. Second foul will be marked half the distance of the goal line. Third down.
So offsetting penalties here. Well, not offsetting, but a net change of 2 yards on the play. But more importantly, it wipes off a touchdown against Round Valley. Or against St. John's. Wipes off the touchdown for Round Valley.
Well, leave the Elks here with 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4.
Looks like Workman is the lone receiver to the far side of the formation. And
that's Merrill.
Merrill wide right. Trip set to the left side. Cortez inside in that trip set. And looking to throw. It is caught by Sullivan, and Sullivan into the end zone for the touchdown. Sullivan Udall scores a Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdown for Round Valley with 34 seconds left here in the third.
Just great execution by the Elks. Sullivan Udall comes up with the, initially blocking at the line of scrimmage and just releases right underneath. And Kyron Wolf just doing an outstanding job of finding him right about at the 4 and just jogs it in for the touchdown.
Cortez on for the point after try, and he has plenty of leg and punches it through. With 34 seconds left in the third, it's 35-8 Round Valley. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
There's no better time to visit Horn Auto Center. Check out the all-new Chevy Silverado. Voted 2014 North American Truck of the Year. Strong for all the roads ahead. Or find new roads with the all-new Corvette Stingray. Voted the 2014 North American Car of the Year. Visit Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Show Low across from Safeway and at hornauto.com. You're at home with Horn since 1991.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Welcome back to St. John's High School, 35-8. The Elks lead. Cortez to kick on the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it comes time to kick off your college education, contact Northland Pioneer College, home of the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. And the kickoff goes into the end zone for the first touchback of the night, as Cortez helping his average on that kick there.
Well, that's to make up for the -2 2-yard kickoff that we saw opening up the second half on the attempted onside that went backwards. And just a quick update, Camden, we had mentioned the Blue Ridge score earlier. It looks like now they're in the fourth quarter with just a few minutes left. Blue Ridge up 38-6 in that contest.
Robertson hands it off straight ahead, and the Elks are all over that. James smothered as he receives the handoff. Alex Sears, the first white jersey there. Also, Brandon Hanna in on the stop, and it looks like Hanna's going to come out of the lineup. Or excuse me, that's Rogers.
Rogers as well. We've called his number a few times tonight. Rogers doing an outstanding job inside that time for the Elks.
Robertson will send James here to the near side of the formation. Or excuse me, that's Ramsey near side, and they will not get a snap off before the end of the third quarter. We go to the fourth and final next. It's St. John's trailing at home to Round Valley 35-8. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back to St. John's High School as we start the fourth and final quarter here from St. John's. It's 35-8. Round Valley on top of the Redskins. The first play in the fourth quarter is a quick pass here to the near side to Trent Sherwood, and it's overthrown, incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 12 from the St. John's 17. And Robertson back to pass, in trouble. Now steps up and fires right side, and it is incomplete.
That's outstanding work by the quarterback, John Robertson. Feels the pressure from that right side, takes a big step forward to free up space, and able to get away a good pass down the sideline. Just overthrows his intended receiver. I believe that was that number 5, Joseph Ramsey, out there on the sideline. But smart play by the quarterback, feeling pressure to step up into that pocket.
4th down, and Ramsey set to punt, stands at his 6-yard line. Good snap this time. He gets off an end over end. No, it's a spiral. Be picked up by, it's a return there by Rodney Emerald, and James hits him right as he receives it. Perhaps an ill-advised return that time for Emerald, as they was plenty of height for St. John's to get down and cover.
Well, that's just outstanding work as well by Dylan James. He's being blocked as James, and able to just kind of rip through that block and make an outstanding tackle on Emerald, who we've seen earlier in the game tonight. Good speed. Emerald possesses great speed, so just an outstanding open field tackle by Dylan James that time for the Redskins.
Short field for Round Valley. They send Emerald wide to the far side of Eisenhold rather, to the far side. Udall on the carry straight ahead and trying to spin his way out of some tackles here. John Wagner, and Sherwood hangs on to bring him down, but he's close to a Horn Auto Center first down.
Well, we were talking earlier, Camden, about the tenacity and just the grittiness of these St. John's runners, Sherwood and James, and I got to say, Sullivan Udall just showing just as much determination tonight for the Elks. Only a junior, 5'7", 140, but he's running like a powerhouse tonight.
Donaldson far sideline, Merrill near sideline. The hand again to Sullivan Udall. And Udall has good yardage after Ramsey upends him at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 on first down.
Number 34, John Wagner, as well, coming over to finish him up high, but not after Sullivan's able to bust off another 5 yards on that carry. Sullivan Udall.
And a lot of these almost all these St. John's players going both ways and starting to show some signs of fatigue. It's the fake the handoff to Brown. Wolf going to keep right side, turns it upfield, and will be forced out of bounds at the 19-yard line by Roethlisberger and Wagner. And another Horn Auto Center first down for the Elks. And St. John's really going to have to step it up here if they want any chance of getting back into this contest, down 35-8 with 10.5 remaining. Ball at the Redskins 19. They're going to send Donaldson and Brown wide to the far side of the set. Merrill's here on the near side. Wolf in the gun with Sullivan. And they hand to Sullivan Udall straight ahead, and Jacob Arona going to trip him up after a gain of 4. Gain of 4 to bring up 2nd and 6.
Arona making the initial contact and the tackle, but again, good help from John Wagner to coming in from his safety position to help finish it off. But Round Valley so far in this possession just showing a lot of patience with the running game and just popping off gains, enabling them to slowly but surely move down the field.
Looking to throw, Wolf down the middle. It is